Good morning all, CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday morning, July 16th. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and the NQ. So 70 minutes to go prior to the opening. Right now that price probe to the downside firmly being rejected, right? Talk about what's been played before affects what happens next. Friday we sold off, took back the trend day, opened higher. Yesterday, after trying to go trend, sold off again. This time we went out with a price probe below the day's low, taking out both sides of the IB in both ES and in NQ, only to possibly be looking at a repeat of yesterday's opening. Above that and right near half back and POC from yesterday for both of these things. So the emotional back and forth continues here in the shorter time frame. In the bigger picture, ES is now up on all time frames. Okay, the S&P and Dow hit all-time highs yesterday. NQ has not. NQ also, from what I understand, is going to have SMCI join the NQ 100 for Monday. So if you thought NQ was pretty wild already, this should make things very interesting. They better be careful what they wish for here, adding some of these companies to the index. So that's something to talk about later in the week and for next week. But for now, again, in balance, in value, the worst of your risk reward. So even though price got far away from where our volume had been done in our TPO, here we are the next morning, basically right back at those levels. Righty continues its upward ascent. Two gaps from Thursday and Friday are holding. Yesterday they went up with a trend day, and today again possibly looking to gap higher. Their next target on the monthly is a pretty decent ways away, and then don't forget, after that target would be the all-time high. So righty is trying to play catch-up to the S&P and the NASDAQ. Game plan, again, we'll see where the overnight high turns out to be. It's poor right now in ES. Look, I could say this every day in these things. Front running the overnight highs or lows work a lot. Now, let me just reference or put that into context. If we open near an overnight high or low, those tend to work pretty good. If we don't and there's no real play initially, I'm not saying you can't front run it if it pushed up to the overnight high or the overnight low. But I think those don't tend to be as percentage-wise as good of odds as when you open near it, if that makes sense. So just keep that in mind, okay? Chart-wise, just going to show you the daily. Again, some people might still be calling this balance. I'm giving the bulls their due now in the S&P, calling it up. So we'll see if we continue that by taking out the all-time high again or take out yesterday's low to come back then into a multi-day balance. Volume horrific as usual all year. Good luck trading today. Thank you for liking and subscribing to this channel. And we'll recap at 4 p.m.